Hello, let's set up Google Analytics. Okay, I'm on an account here that doesn't have any Google Analytics stuff. So we are going to be starting fresh. But I am clicking up here in this top corner to show where you switch your account. When you go to analytics.google.com, you'll be taken to whichever one is the primary one, regardless of the fact that you may have just clicked on the dots from your secondary account. This is one of those cases where Google doesn't keep track of where you have come from. It's just putting you back onto the primary one. So if I was on my personal account, which is my secondary, and I'm in Gmail and I click those dots and I try and go to analytics, I'm still going to the primary one. And so from analytics.google.com, you have to switch accounts. It's just one of those hurdles. It's a gotcha. You're going to end up getting lost if you don't have that in mind right at the start. So we're going to start measuring something, and we're going to do my cool site. And let's see, data sharing settings. This is the kind of stuff I'm about to just like skim this and check some boxes, but it might be different tomorrow. Like every time I'm in analytics, it feels a little different. So now, do we want to share information with Google? Okay, so there's an account, and now we're making a property. I used to work for a company called carpages.ca, and we had a website, and it was like a search engine for used cars in your area. But we also made dealership websites. So we might have had an account called Carpages, and then maybe we would also have an account called Dealer Sites. And then within Dealer Sites, we might make properties like Jim's Toyota and Phil's Honda or whatever. So I'm just typing my cool site again. But it could be that if you had, you might have some ways that you're going to organize an account that is like a parent entity and child properties within it. You might be doing a site in English, a site in French. This is where you would differentiate that. So I'll do my cool site EN. And I'm going to just, I don't know, pick a different country. I'll do Argentina. And I might change my currency and stuff like that. What's advanced? Create the old school kind that stopped working in July. That'd be advanced. Okay. Small biz for us. And I'm going to say online community is my jam here. Okay. Going to hit next. Business objectives. I like baseline reports. Going to accept this thing that could also change tomorrow. I'm tracking for web. And now, what is the stream name? So I want my site.com. I like that was the pre-filled one. Should always be HTTPS. Create stream. And now this is the this is what we want. Yeah, this is the code we want to put on the website. So you might be sending that to me. But if you were doing tag manager, it's this measurement ID thing that you would end up copying. Go over here. In this bottom corner, we have no data received. It will say data flowing and be like similar green styles if it's happy, and that usually takes like 24 hours. So if I clicked on that, that's where we just were with the install manually option. There's all these plugin options. I don't like that if you can just do the code manually. Okay, that's good to go. So now we're going to add this to our website. Okay, here I am on my website. I'm actually on, I'm using local WP. This is just like an environment on my computer. And I've gone into the back end. This is WordPress. If you have another kind of site, you could just put that Google Analytics code in the header. Now I'm going to go to Appearance and Customize. Now, depending on your theme, you might not even have Customize. I'm using a theme called PicoStrap, and that actually gives me this area called Add Code to Header/Footer. You might need a plugin for that, which I don't love. And now I have just pasted this code in here. This is from Google Analytics, and this is my little picky thing. I removed that line of white space and then hit publish. After you're done saving that code to your site, there's still one more step. So we're going to go back. I'm going to close out of this, and we've done all these things. So I'm going to hit next, and collection is pending. So sometimes it can take, well, they say 48 hours. In my experience, it's usually like 24 at most. Email communications. Yeah, I don't want any of that. And eventually your stuff will appear here in reports. You'll see the activity. You'll have lots of pop-ups to get through. But the step that I want you to look at now is just going to the bottom here to admin, clicking into that. and clicking on property access management. And so you're going to hit plus and you're going to add some more users. And so I would say you're going to put some email addresses in here. You're going to want to notify them. Probably some people will only need to be viewer. Google Analytics. It's a very helpful tool for giving us some kinds of data that we can use to inform some decisions, data-informed decision making. It's a ever-changing, somewhat frustrating tool at times. And the other thing I would point out is sometimes it's healthy to have a little bit of skepticism about the data. I've been using a browser here called Brave, the Brave browser. It's based on Google Chrome. Sometimes it blocks trackers. Blocking trackers is becoming like a pretty common trend. And also, when you have a view, you don't know if it's one person on their phone or if there's somebody looking over their shoulder. It could be a group of people. So it is helpful to still inform our decisions, to know where people are spending most of their time and maybe finding out ways that we can improve our site or see the effectiveness of a campaign. But the data isn't always the whole story. So it's always just good to keep that in mind. And I hope this has been helpful.